Hey, what's up? What up? What up? What up?
What it do? What the business is?
Yeah.
Peace and blessings, our people. Happy
Yes.
Manny, happy manifesting, money making Monday, my people. So grateful to be here on
Yes.
another episode of the Beauty Ball. Let's go ahead and hit him with the intro, BB.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? I am BB Nicole.
Peace and blessings. It's your girl Trend, and welcome back to the last episode of season 2 of the Mother Sucking Beauty Vault.
Yeah. So, to everyone who's just seeing my face or hearing my voice, I am BB Nicole. I am the founder of DHG Pro University, as well as salon owner at deluxehairgallery.co for the ones that don't know.
That's right, girlfriend. And I'm the CEO of Totally Trend, soon to be something else. I am also your co-educator here at DHG Pro University and your co-host here on The Beauty Vault. Super happy to see all you guys here with us today. Today's
Yes.
episode is sponsored by yours truly, DHG Pro University. You guys, we got some really dope classes going on right now. In October, I want to say the 1st or the 3rd, we also have some exciting things going on as well. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But today's episode is sponsored by DHG Pro University, as well as Makeup by Amani. You guys go over into IG at NKAMANI and make sure you connect with our girl. She does the best faces in Augusta, and we love her so much. We hope you guys are having a great day. BB,
What up?
how you feeling today, girl?
I'm feeling amazing on this amazing day. Today was really crazy in my house, but I'm feeling great. Like energy's up. It's been I'm still going because today has been like busy. So it's just been a day. So I'm feeling good though. What about you? How are you?
I've been in braid hell all day.
You've been in
I
braid
started
hell.
my hair last night. I started my hair last night at like 9:30, 10:30 p.m.
Girl, you
and I've been
brave.
at it all day, and I still, it looks done, but it ain't. Yeah, it was a productive day. I'm glad that I did have enough time to do to incorporate some self-care in my day. For the most part, it was a pretty chill day. I've been doing my hair all
All
day
day.
long. So I'm happy to actually have a break, have something new going on today. And I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here with my girl, PB.
Same. I just think it's so funny how when we had our meetings today, we both realized we had braids. Like that is so funny to me.
FaceTime, like,
Braids,
who
girl.
told you we was doing my hair? It was literally like the same look. Like
Like when you get braids, girl. This
we
morning.
we
Not only
definitely
that,
do that. I
yeah.
love when we
Me
are
too.
vibrating on the same frequency. That is just
Me
like
too.
divine confirmation in itself.
Yes. I also I was
Love.
just saying how the beauty vault it's really helped me like maintain my image and stay with it and stay cute because usually I'm like at this point in the year I'm not even trying. I really kind of be low key tucked away, looking crazy a little bit. But this year like the beauty vault has really helped me like stay on my A game. It shouldn't have been the case, but that's just been what it is. But I'm grateful for that because I've been trying to keep it together a little
I
more.
totally relate and agree to that. Definitely
Mhm.
my clients already know I be looking like a hobo, homeless bag lady on a daily basis when I'm doing their hair. And just when I'm going through the regular hustle and bustle of motherhood and mompreneurship, I
Yeah.
rarely have enough time. I make sure my kids are straight. I make sure everything else is straight. I'm the
Yes.
last thing, usually for the day to get
Yes.
together. So I definitely look forward to Mondays. Put a little lip gloss on, you know what I'm saying?
Little
Put a
something,
little
something.
razzle dazzle on it so we can show up for you guys. So yeah,
Yes.
shout out the Beauty Vault. You are motivating us.
Period. The whole establishment, the whole organization.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's get into it. We're not going to keep you guys long tonight at all.
Yeah.
In South Carolina, some parts of South Carolina, you got kids that started school last week. In Georgia, you guys started school today. In some places here in Charlotte, North Carolina, you got some kids that started school today. So shout out to all of the parents who finally got your kids back in school. They ain't eating up all the snacks. They ain't asking you for something every 5 minutes. They ain't trying to go with you in the car when you're trying to get your piece. Congrats to you guys. We have done it, right? And
Yes,
congratulations to all the students. We want to send out some positive vibes for Focus today. Send out vibes, send out protection over all of the children across the U.S., across the world, just sending protection over our children, over their minds, over their bodies. And I just thank you for the teachers, right? Thank you for patience for the teachers and for their passion for the things that they want to give to the students. So yeah, man, we in the hustle and bustle of things. Today's hot topic is back to school hustle. And we're going to talk just a little bit today about how we are balancing parenthood and our careers. You guys can definitely relate to that, right? We got some people in the chat today. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Mike, our number one supporter. Okay, we got something coming. We got to get Mike. We got to get Mike a Beauty Vault mug. Mike, we got a Beauty Vault mug coming your way because each and every episode you are here, you show up, you engage, and we just really appreciate your energy here with us. So Mike, we got to get you because we owe you a Beauty Vault mug. So when you checking in with us, when we checking the mug, we be sipping on your cocktail or your mocktail right along with you, Mike. Peace and blessings. We really appreciate you guys. Yes. We love to see the comments. We love to see the interactions.
Love it every time. We appreciate you. Girl.
Yes. So yeah, today's hot topic is back to school hustle, balancing parenthood and business. How y'all doing out there? I know we got some kids that started school last week, this week, and we got some here that have not started school. So we got a lot of energy in Charlotte that's doing the hustle and bustle, getting school supplies. I seen somebody say on my timeline, like, damn, elementary $120 for a school list?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Gotta be resourceful.
That is crazy. Let me ask you a question. Are you one of those parents that you get everything that's on the list? Are you one of those parents that's very detailed and you make sure that whatever the teachers and administrators have requested, you get all of those items?
I am and I'm not. Like, it just depends on the list. If it's I feel unreasonable, I get the necessities like pencil, pens, and stuff like that. But this year the list was fairly small. So I intended and planned to, because my kids started back today, I intended to just get everything on the list. But when I went to my local Walmart, everything was like gone. So I made the mistake of not being ahead of schedule this year with like just the supplies. So we had to start this week off with like what we could find in the store because I was literally last minute, unfortunately. So I kind of do both. What about you? Do you get everything on the list when you're or what do you do?
Guys, I'm one of them parents that's like, ain't nobody finna be supplying the whole school
neighborhood.
They should have had money in their funding to do all of this. What? No, nobody got money for all that. I'm that parent, you guys. I'm the parent that's looking on the list. I'm skimming. I know you need pencils.
Mm-hmm.
I know you need paper. I know you need a few notebooks and something to carry your stuff in. Yeah. And what I do know is my children. I know that history has presented itself that the paper, the pencils, the folders, and the notebooks that I send them to school with, half of that stuff doesn't get used throughout the remainder of the school year.
But it's gone.
So what I learned to do is when I get that list, the first thing I do is I go to my Barney bag. What's that? It's filled with lots of gizmos and gadgets and odds and ends. So it's a lot of times where I can find some supplies from last year or the year before. I'm about to hook you up with some number 2 pencils. They ain't got to be brand new out the pack. You just need to be able to write. I'm about to hook you up. I am that parent that's sending the child with a notebook and a pencil the first week of school, and then you let me know what you really need.
Girl.
Because ain't nobody got time. I'm trifling. And I
know
some people like relate with me. They be tripping. Mm-hmm. They be tripping on some of these school lists.
They do. I'd be like, don't be giving
I
nobody else stuff.
bring a MacBook. What?
Not happening. But I always tell my kids, like, don't be giving this stuff away. I work for this. Don't be giving away your pencils. Keep up with your stuff. We're not giving out to you.
Such a stuff, somebody ain't got what they need. It's ain't nobody supplying the whole classroom.
My
So
kids gonna do
when
it
your
anyway.
teacher send the syllabus, y'all remember that? The syllabus. When them individual teachers send the syllabus, then that's when I go and get the supply. And guess what? By that time, the stuff be on sale, honey. Pencils that was $9.99 is now $5.99. So I'm that parent. I wait till after, honey. You ain't finna stress me out.
There's nothing wrong with that, honey.
No, but shout out to all the parents who are detailed, who do actually get everything that are on the list. I know the teachers love seeing you guys come through.
Love it.
I know the administrators really, really appreciate you guys who do what you are asked to do. Okay. Clearly I had authority issues growing up. But moving along. One of the things we wanted to talk about today as far as back to school is time management.
Girl, yeah.
BB, I'm learning from you. I feel like you do really good with your time management. You have the ability to be like, this is all okay. I only said I got this much time for this. It's done. We done with this. We moving on. Like you have that ability. Me, I'd be like,
really?
Whatever the vibrations and the feelings that come amongst me
today,
the frequency is telling me. I'll be all everywhere. BB, talk to us a little bit about your time management and how you adjust to your daily routine every day to make sure that everything runs smoothly in your life.
Yeah, so that's a good question. Great way to start it off. Time management is, my dogs are trying to get in the house. They letting us know, sorry y'all, but I'm still on point. I don't know what y'all can hear. But time management for me is really important because I have a unpredictable, like my kids are really busy. I have a business, so time management is important. So what I like to do is for today, let me gather my thoughts. So today was my kids' first day back to school. So this week coming up, I started letting them, we tried our hardest to practice a routine. We waited till the last week to get things in motion. So I started getting them used to taking their baths and laying out their stuff. And once we do this is what we're doing next. And luckily for them, they have sports and things. So their time is pretty filled up. So if we can stick to the schedule as much as possible, we usually have an okay day. But for me, they pick out their things. We try to wake up on a schedule, and we also have a bedtime. I know some people don't believe in that, but I implement time frames. We have a thing that we do in the morning. We have a thing that we do as you're going off to school. I have things that I do to prepare for when they get home. And then when they get home, most of the time they're eating. And then after eating, they have a little bit of downtime. The boys are going to sports. My daughter is usually doing something with music. And then, so by the time we get in, we don't have to do nothing but bathe and get ready for bed. So that's usually how it flows on a perfect day. But I just can't, chaos just doesn't work for me. I have to schedule in time where I know my parenting stops for the day. Even now they had sports today. So now my house is a little noisier because their schedule is pushed back, but we've done all the other stuff. So now the boys are getting ready for bed because they didn't get out of, they don't get out of practice till 8. But my time management, I just try to pre-plan to make sure that for the most part, I can control what I'm doing for my day. And that's not to say that I control everything, but for the most part, I have an idea. So with that being said, it's your turn. What do you do? What are you doing? Where are you at with it? How is your time management with your kids in school and work?
I'm all over the place. I have to implement some better time management. I have to implement time management.
Okay.
In my life, I'm actually more recently in the last 3 months, I've been waking up at a different time. Used to couldn't wake up before 10, 11 o'clock and I wasn't ready to deal with people. But now lately I've been waking up between 7:30, 8:30 in the morning, rested and ready to start my day. my body's ready, but my mind is like, girl, we're not used to doing nothing until about 10, 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I'm still getting used to that. And especially having a homeschooler. My 15-year-old is homeschooled. So, we have freedom of, scheduling that time for curriculum and schooling and things like that. But I have to do better. I don't have
No.
any advice on time management other than I feel like when I know that I have a lot to do the next day, making sure that I get a good night's rest.
Yeah.
That's just for me. That making sure that I have a good night's rest, making sure that I'm rested, even my hands, like if I've been braiding or something like that a lot, making sure that I take that time to rest. That helps me to be able to run
Yeah.
smoothly the next day.
Yeah. Speaking
We
of
want to be like you, BB, when we grow up.
no, like I feel like that's the option, but I feel like we have to talk about that because my kids are in public school. I feel like the fact that your daughter is in homeschool, that actually aligns with your parenting style. Like sometimes too structured doesn't work. So what are like the benefits of having the homeschool situation, because you aren't necessarily tied to a schedule. So with you not being as like strict, and how has that helped
It's
you since
definitely
going
beneficial
to?
for me.
Yeah,
It's beneficial for me, but it also disables me as well because I know it's
really.
like, oh, I'm homeschooled, as long as it gets done, long as it's done before the end of the day.
Yeah.
But the reality is sometimes when you go ahead and get it done at the beginning of the day, you know what I'm saying? It really helps the rest of your day to set that mindset of we are being progressive, you know what I mean? Versus the fact that, oh, I got time, I got more time. So it's definitely pros and cons to it. The pro is that I don't have the administrators, the principal, the teachers, you know what I mean, to answer to, so-called. I'm kind of performing for the administrator of the school because whatever my child does there is kind of a reflection on me. So
Yeah.
it does take away the stress of that, having her at home. Our relationship runs smoother because she really knows what I expect of her versus me kind of what your fourth block teacher say, what your third block, you got homework, let me check your homework. It is less stressful,
Yeah.
but it disables in a sense of it makes us more lollygaggy.
So you feel like it
For better
doesn't,
word.
like it's good for you, but it doesn't like push you to like be more structured.
To be self-motivated.
You
You
have
have
to
to
be
be
self-motivated.
self-motivated. So yeah, it
Yeah.
is good for me in the sense that it's self-motivated. And my 15-year-old, she does really good with homeschool. If I give her instruction, she's able to sit down and go over the instruction. She does mostly textbook,
Yeah.
especially like with math and reading. She does things out of the textbook, but she does well.
Yeah.
She does well with it and with her time management.
So that's
But if I say, oh, just get it done by the end of the day, trust and believe it's not going to get done till 11:59
the
at
end
night.
of the day. She's literal with it. Okay. Like, so for me, so that's a good, like for the ones that's tuning in, we were just talking about how my co-host Tran does homeschool, and she, as far as time management, she's more free spirited, flow, and fluid with her day. She's not as structured. Where like me and my children are in public school, and I thrive off structure. When summertime, I was in shambles. Like that does not work for me. My anxiety was high. I was overstimulated because I was parenting from sun up, like not even sun up when they freaking wake up, but I was parenting from like when my kids wake up until I'm falling asleep and my kids are managing themselves. Like that does not work for me. And then like even with them being out for summer, like my sleep wasn't good because I'm asleep. Then I'm like, oh shit, my kids are woke. Now I'm worried about they cooking and eating and doing everything in the house. So summer was hard for me. Back to school, actually with them going back to school, it helps me just breathe because I am so used to like the structure, and I enjoy that time to like to myself. I need that a little bit of space away from them here and there. And so yeah, that's how I feel about that. So honestly, time management looks different for every person. And the beautiful thing about like schooling now, we have so many options that people can run their businesses or do education for their children that makes sense for the way that their life is structured. Because my way is just what work. I know it works for me, and it may work for other people. But me and you, we're like totally the same and totally different. And I just love like that, yeah, the dynamic and the difference that people can like see with us, like being on the show. But I
Yeah,
love
yeah,
how
we still come here and we still are able to come together and create
right.
success. So yeah, that is a good example of
It is of
duality.
duality because it's no like right. It's not right or wrong. It's more about what works. So I love that.
It's
But
about
yeah,
what works for you and creating a system,
hmm
creating a schedule, focusing on your goals, evaluating your goals. Okay, what is it that we need to accomplish today? What is it we need to accomplish this
yes,
week? What is it we need to accomplish this
yes,
month? These are my goals. These are the kids' goals. These are the household goals. How can we incorporate these things together? So definitely coming up with, I feel like whether it's free form or not, there's still
there's
structure
still
to it.
structure. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
I do.
I might not have write everything down and check everything off, but in my mind, I know this is
You
what's
know.
priority today. First thing I
hmm
do after I talk to the Most High is check my schedule and see, okay, what's on my booksy, right?
hmm hmm
Okay, what I have doctor's appointments that's on my scheduling app. Do I have appointments today for the children? You know what I'm thinking? And then I
Yes.
prioritize my day. So anything left after that, then I have that freedom to, to free go with the flow
Flow.
per se.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I feel like it's most beneficial, especially when you want to be progressive and you want to get
Yeah,
things done, you want to accomplish things. You're gonna need some type of schedule and some type of structure.
I agree with that.
Sometimes you
Some
can't just be out
type
here winging. Don't
you,
like trend. Okay, you won't have a website for 7 years.
but you still got business done.
We getting that thing
We
now.
getting
Moving
it done
along. Okay,
though.
so yes, time management is really, really important. You want to make sure that there are so many apps out here. If you're one of those person like me that like to write, you can write it down, check it
Yeah,
off. They have so many different apps that you can use to make your life so much easier. So calendars, it's no excuse, you guys.
it's not.
Manage your time. Okay, we're going to get into organization. Be organized. Not only do you need to pay
Yes.
attention to the time and manage your time wisely, you need to be organized, right? I was just saying it. Prioritize, organize, and prioritize.
hmm
BB, how do you both your home and your at a workplace? BB,
Yes.
how do you keep your home or your workplace clutter free and neat?
Um. I used to. That's a good question. I used to try to do it all myself. I let that go. So what I do now is I delegate. I delegate to the children in my house, and number one, doing things together really helps. Doing things as a family because when all hands are on deck, it's quicker. So keeping my house organized, I'm holding like my kids more accountable. It's not always like I feel like for the most part my house does get really crazy, but because everyone is hands on, we can get it back on track pretty quick. But as far as like my workspace, I feel like that's much more easy for me to manage than my household. I feel like my household can cause me stress and I easily fall behind in like my household before my business because when I'm in business, it's like, okay, I can compartmentalize. It's like client. Okay, little breaky break. Clean. Okay, finish client. Get it organized. Next client. So it's easier because it's I don't have to juggle so many things in the salon. So I feel like the salon is definitely I have more structure there, but I'm working on like the in-house structure. Like now, like my dinner, I cook dinner. So when I get done, I'm gonna do little things at home. I'm gonna do little things like get my kitchen prepared before I go to bed, so I don't wake up and have to look at the kitchen tomorrow. That'll be one thing off my list. So I try to focus on tidying up the most at night, and then whatever doesn't get done, save it for the next day. Like just that's one thing that I do. What are you doing in your home to be organized, and what are you doing in your business to be organized?
You guys, I hired a maid last week.
Oh,
And it was my first experience hiring a
wow,
maid, and I can't wait till she come back on August the 16th at 1 o'clock for another 4 hours. And you
wow.
know what I had her do? I had her do all the things that I hate doing, which was wiping down my doors, wiping down my walls, and cleaning my
Wow.
baseboards. So that in itself, having somebody come in every 2 weeks just to maintain my walls, my doors, and my baseboards already puts me in a mental space of just Because one thing about my mama, on Saturday mornings, we clean baseboards and walls and doors. And just growing up in this generation and these times and with my
Wow.
children and my household, it does not get done. So my eyes see it, but I don't, I
Yeah.
don't be feeling like doing it. I'm exhausted. So that's just one thing. Hiring some help.
Yes.
I definitely delegated. I know for years and years and years, the kitchen is like one of my pet peeves. If
Yeah.
the kitchen is not, I cannot stand to see my kitchen dirty. I cannot stand it. It's one of my pet. I won't even cook no food if my kitchen
Yeah.
isn't in
Everything
order.
stops.
But I delegated that to my teenager. And so she does a pretty good job at keeping that clean. So she knows that that's her chore. So everybody in the house has their delegated spots that they're
Yes.
responsible for. So there's no question. There's no one pointing the fingers. Nobody looking for someone else who done it. So just like you said, I stay
Yeah.
organized by delegating,
Yes.
outsourcing help, and keeping a schedule. Like Fridays, the refrigerator's getting cleaned,
Yes.
the microwave's getting cleaned out, old food's getting thrown out. Saturdays, Sundays, I know I'm going through the house, I'm deep
Yeah.
cleaning. There's certain days where I do the bathrooms and things are going to get cleaned. So we are
Yeah.
organized by scheduling time, and
I
that goes back with
love
time
it.
management.
First of all, I am so impressed and proud of my cat. She always comes to sit on my screen. You can't do that. I'm freaking in a show. Sorry. But I'm interested about the maid because I'm gonna be honest, I thought about it and then I have those moments where I'm like, okay, if I do this, not necessarily like, oh, you failing at it, but it's like sometimes I feel like us as Black women, we don't give ourselves that type of luxury or that type of break. I'm like, so what made you do that? Because I've been
Overwhelmed, tired,
overwhelmed. Because I've been
seeing my
toying.
baseboards and like they need to be clean. This weekend we're gonna do it, and the weekend it don't happen. And the next weekend we're
Yes.
gonna clean baseboards and it don't happen again. And just seeing my house and knowing, especially the fact that I work from home, just seeing it
Yes.
every day is already a chip on my shoulder. I see
Yes.
it. I don't have time. I got a client. I don't have time to do this right now, but it needs to be done. And then day after day after day after day, I'm seeing it. It just became overwhelming. So I was just happy. I actually had somebody to say, "Hey,
I got this. I
hire you
got
some
you.
help. It's not that expensive." And then so actually the fear of the unknown was the biggest thing, because it's like, oh, I can't afford it. It's
Yeah.
expensive, or it's a stranger coming in my house judging me. I know how to clean. I know how
Yes.
to clean
Yes.
real good. I feel like I could actually have a professional cleaning business, because when I clean, I clean.
Yeah.
But the thought of having someone else come in my house to clean my house made me feel like I'm dirty. So in a
Yeah.
sense. So I
That's
did struggle with
crazy.
that. But when I had got to that point where I'm looking and I'm like, I'm over it. I'm tired. I went right in there on the app, went through the process, and homegirl was at my house in 24 hours. And I
That's
and I can't wait
beautiful.
for her to come back.
Oh my
I
God.
cannot
Like
wait.
I'm so
I can't
inspired.
wait, girl.
I'm so inspired
I said,
because
don't do nothing else. When she can't, don't do nothing else but my kitchen. Just my kitchen. She don't go nowhere else.
just do the
Just
kitchen.
work on my kitchen. She wiped down my stuff that I didn't want to do. Wiping down all my cabinets. They a whole nother
Yes.
shade lighter. Her, honey.
Wow. And
Can you smell?
did it look like better than you could
Yeah.
do? Yeah. I'm so interested in
No,
that.
I
Like
wouldn't say better than I could do, but it was refreshing that it looked good and I didn't
you
have
didn't
to
have to
do it.
do it. That's what I
Because
mean.
when your kids is cleaning,
Yeah.
when your kids clean, it's still certainly you still gonna have to go behind them and do what you know what I'm saying. You
That
know.
triggers me just
But
hearing
having
that.
somebody else that comes because they know they get paid for it, they gonna
It's
pay
a
attention
different
to that
energy.
detail. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
gonna bust
Different
it and make
energy
it
for sure.
shine. So yes, mompreneurs out there,
Outsource.
save that $50, save that $150, and get you a
Yes.
maid to come out there every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever you can do. Thank me later. Love you. Bye.
Girl, I literally like I'm the fact that that's on like my bucket list and yeah, thank you. The fact that that's on my bucket list of things that I want to do. You like the fact that you did it. I'm proud of you because we as women we have to like men, women, whoever's the main caregiver, we have to it's okay to outsource. It's okay to give up that superman and superwoman complex and get some help. So I love the idea of that because I feel like there's so much more that I can do besides cleaning all day. That's just not therapeutic for me. It's just not. But it is therapeutic to be in a home that's clean, like that's clean, that's
It's
clean.
girl,
So
what?
that's why I do it.
Walking in your house with
Yeah,
that clean smell
yeah,
versus walking in your house with dishes in the sink, it's a
girl,
whole
it's a
nother
vibe.
vibration,
Yeah.
honey. It's a whole nother vibration. But
Yes.
we gonna move
Yes.
on.
We're gonna
We
move
gonna move
on, girl.
on.
Yes. 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 Yes.
We're
Yes.
gonna move right on, honey. Because listen, that is a part of being caring for yourself, knowing that at the end of the day you deserve to be able to sit back and outsource and let somebody else come in and you
Yeah.
reap the benefits of your hard work. You work
Yeah.
hard, you get up and you hustle and you bust every day, you clean up after your snotty nose kids, you
Honey.
you handling your business. It's nothing wrong with outsourcing some help. That is a part of self-care.
I
And
love
in
it.
this new school year, parents, it's going to be very, very important. Not only do we incorporate self-care in our schedule, but we're going to have to make sure that we're incorporating some self-care for our children.
Yes. No one
School
talks
is
about that.
stressful. The times that our children are living in and they're growing up in is very, very, very stressful, you guys. And it's there's different times. No, there's nothing new under the sun, but it's challenging out here. So we want to make sure that we're incorporating self-care not only for ourselves, but for our teenagers as well, our
Yeah.
elementary students, our middle school students as well, you guys. BB, how does taking care of yourself and impact your business and your parenting?
Girl. So I'm gonna think about it.
You start.
Hmm.
You want me to start?
You can start. Let me think about it.
Okay.
You start.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
How does taking care of myself impact my business? Well, one, when I care for myself, when I give myself that good bubble bath with my salts and stuff in it,
Mhm.
it the next day my
Oh, you froze.
body literally
Mhm.
is rejuvenated. My
Sis,
wig
you're froze. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's the
brings
whole.
motivation. Excited about what the day myself.
Mm.
It literally deep takes all of the stress off of my physical body because we're constantly, I'm on my feet all day. So my feet, my calves, my thighs, my fingers, my wrists, my back, my shoulders, my neck, all of that be hurting just from
Yeah.
working day to day. So taking a little time, self-care, massages, things like that, reading a book, listening to some music, sitting outside in nature, all of those things help me to be more motivated. It helps me to be more
Mhm.
passionate, more intentional with
That's
with
right.
parenting and my career. The more
Yes.
that I love on myself, I realize I have more energy to love on others, to pay it forward. I'm one of those people.
Yes. Me too. I'm the same.
So it's a
So like,
must.
yeah. So for me, like self care, my main one is like therapy. That's the main thing that I do. Right now, I am taking a break from it, but that's what I do for my self care, and just like doing like a workout. I mostly do yoga. I'm not into like heavy cardio things, but doing yoga is like my way to like just kind of give myself my me time and let my family figure it out for that time frame of when I'm doing yoga. But also self care for me, the way I kind of work self care into like my day to day is sometimes I try to wake up a little, like if I can wake up a little earlier than everyone, that's good. Or being able to sleep in and making sure my kids have their own schedule and follow it so I don't have to wake up with them. That's usually sets in a little later, like a few weeks later after school start. Like the first week, I'm a little more in tune with them and a little more active because my nerves. But for the most part, them having their own responsibilities in the morning is kind of self care for me because I don't have to wake up and like delegate and tell people to get their stuff and do this and do that. Like this morning, we couldn't find belts. And I was like, no, 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 we're not doing this year. Like, I put the belt in your room, find your belt. And I found myself like, hold up, I'm not doing this. So I said, okay. The belt was found, but it's like, it took a mental note every night, no matter what, that's just a non negotiable. Your stuff has to be put out because that does not work for me. I don't like yelling at my kids in the morning, and I don't even like being taking air in the morning. So as much as I can, just having things like, to me, self-care around my house is making sure we got stuff in order. That is a part of my self-care because I feel guilty when I'm yelling at everybody. And when I'm stressed out, now the whole house is stressed out because you're going to know that I'm stressed out. You're going to know that I'm not feeling it, and you're going to know everything that I'm thinking. So that's just the mom that I am. So just taking care of my mental and allowing myself to vent and get some stuff off helps me in my household because now I'm processing it and I don't have to like let them feel all of my frustration. So therapy is like my biggest one because it helps me like process the stuff that's not for them to process and stuff that I shouldn't be taking out on them. It just helps me process that. But that's pretty much, part of my self-care. Yes. And honestly, you see how we both up here looking good, feeling good, come with the energy today,
Self-care
taking
all
care of,
day. Hate life,
yes,
but the after effects is gonna be
yes. Looking, my motto on YouTube, my mantra used to be wake up, pray, get pretty, hustle, and repeat. That used to be
and
my
repeat.
mantra because getting cute and getting glam is really important to like my self image. So just even if I have one, it don't have to be nails, toes, and hair, but one out of the three has to be together. And I feel better about myself. I feel more accomplished and I feel like I want to do more. I can do more. So this is a part of my self-care too. Therapy and keeping my image up. That's what I've been doing. I get to do that at least once a week now. So that helps me a lot with the.
And it definitely is going to help you in your business
Yeah.
because you're looking the part. You take care of, you look like a beauty professional, right? So people want to they want to know your tricks of your trade, and it helps you to be a better parent because you're refreshed. Like I was just saying,
Yes.
the more love that I give to myself, I'm a multiplier. So I
Yes.
have it to pay it forward.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
self-care. We are definitely going to be implementing self-care in this school year, not only for ourselves, but for our children too.
Children, yeah. And also I want to add, because I know we're moving on, but as far as like self-care for like the parenting part, like we have dinner almost every night. So just we sit around the table and like we talk, like we try to. Sometimes it's silent, but for the most part, like letting them kind of talk about their day, even if I'm pulling it out of them, just getting them used to like verbalizing how they feel, how their day was, just communicate and like all those things, just helping them work on their communication. I think that's important for kids to be able to talk about their stresses and talk about what's going on in their life because my kids they do a sports, they're doing a lot, so they can easily get overwhelmed. So just kind of checking in with them is how I help them with their self-care. Because I know you were mentioning that. I didn't mention how I do that with the kids. That's how, just having communication, at least having some time of the day where we all talk a little bit. But that's that. Moving on.
Yeah, for me, we do a lot of park. We do a lot of park, nature, and
Y'all
pool. So
do.
yeah, definitely implement that self-care for those babies. They
Yes.
needed to.
Y'all was
All right, guys.
badminton and that was
Next thing we
cute.
want to talk about is maintaining a thriving business during the school season, and how do we keep the momentum? Well, we've actually talked about those already.
Yeah, we actually
Number one,
did.
time management is going to help you your business to thrive, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Organization, right?
Hmm.
Self-explanatory.
Hmm.
Self-care. When you
Hello.
feel good, you do good. And what else? What are some other ways we can maintain a thriving business during the school year, Boo Boo?
I feel like that's a good one. For me, the way that I maintain my momentum, like today, I'll give an example. Today I went off schedule, and I usually try to fill in the time where my kids are away to get business things done. But today I went off schedule and I, did some other stuff. And needless to say, me not staying on track and not following, at least having a plan for my week, it will throw my business off and it would put me off track. Like I feel like today was an example of like you have to do what you say you're going to do for that day and commit to it, because once you deviate, something is going to get the less. So today I learned a real hard lesson and I went off script and my day did get away from me. Like I was late for the beauty vault. I was all over the place. So creating at least a weekly to-do list, business to-do list, not just my personal life, having one for my business is what I'm going to try to do. And that's like my 10% shift, how we were talking about, like having a weekly business schedule, because I do tend to put more energy into one or the other. That's just my bad habit, and I'm trying to get out of that. But just giving myself more structure, like I give my home life to keep my business flowing. That's what I'm working on. And today, honey, I did not follow the schedule. Nothing got done, and I'm like, I can't let that be my normal, or I'm gonna get nowhere.
Yeah, and my 10% shift is going to definitely be creating a schedule, whether it be, just a mental schedule, just making sure that um I know that that's going to help me. I have a lot of things that I need to accomplish, that I want to accomplish, goals that I want to accomplish. So I feel that creating a schedule, putting some time sensitive,
Like deadlines.
thank you, putting some deadlines on the things that I need to do is going to help me to accomplish the things that I
Yeah,
need to accomplish this school year.
I
But for
agree.
the most part, give ourselves some grace. We've been doing a pretty good damn job.
Damn good job. Oh my, yes. Like I don't know. Like I just get excited because every time I just think about like what we've been doing on the beauty vault. Y'all, I say this every time, but y'all just don't know. This is like a year that me and Tran have just we've showed up for ourselves. Like, girl, we've showed up for ourselves. Like, I'm still like in all like we doing it, but I don't know. I'm just like having a moment. Like I'm fanning out over like us right now. I'm fanning out because I feel like
We're giving
sometimes,
ourselves a pat on the back.
yeah,
No,
because
I think we
sometimes
deserve
we
it.
be, yeah,
We need to continue to give ourselves credit because we still show up. What we don't do is come to the beauty vault and complain about how we don't want to do the show, how we don't want to
yes,
show. We don't do that. No matter what the day brings, whatever life brings, we still want to give you guys the best,
always.
our best authentic selves and the best topics to help you in that, because that helps us. So
That's
we love
true.
you and we're grateful for you guys. Make sure that you guys text VAULT to 844-716-3052. And yes, we actually do text you back. Again, text VAULT, that's vault, to telephone number 844-716-3052. We would love to connect with you guys and we thank you in advance.
For
Okay.
sure.
Okay. You guys definitely make sure that you check us out each and every Monday around. You know what? We're not even gonna tell you because we got a new time coming to you soon. We're gonna be coming to you
Yes,
earlier. And once we figure that out, we will let you know. Okay.
yes,
BB, do you have any announcements before we go?
I do. Tran just gave y'all the call to action. Please sign up for the text. We waiting, but we do. We appreciate y'all checking that out. We do also have like announcements. Like number one, we are in our second season, and we are on our 12th episode today. And our biggest changes and plans that we got coming up is season three. We're praying on it and we're planning for it, but season three is going to look a little different on the beauty vault because we're focusing on community. We're focusing on tapping into our network and sharing our network with you guys so you guys can be prepared and be positioned to see more guests. Yes, we are in the works of setting up to have more guests on the beauty vault. Well, our first guest, not more guests, that's soon to come, but we are going to focus on season three to really tap into our community and start inviting guests on our platform. We want to highlight the people in our community that inspire, that are inspiring and aren't on the mainstream, as well as other business entrepreneurs and just icons and very important people in the community, the big stars that don't have the notoriety, the people that go unnoticed or unseen. We want our community to shine as bright as we do, and we would be nowhere if we didn't have your views and your support every week. So we're giving back to our network, to the Beauty Vault um, fam, by hosting guests this month. So if you are interested in being a guest on our podcast, we need you guys to leave a comment down below. We're going to be sending out DMs and messages to the people that we already have in mind. But if you are someone who has something you want to share with the world, if that little light of yours, you want to let it shine, we want you to come to the Beauty Vault. We want to have you on our platform. So that's what you guys can look forward to in season 3. And we're super freaking excited about it. Are you excited, Trey?
Yay.
Yes. Well, I mean that was the main update. I'm trying to think if there's any more updates. I don't think there is, but it's the last episode of this season. So when you see people showing up on the Beauty Vault next season, you guys will understand. You've been warned. Your opportunity is already here. If you have a business, just anything, if you have a message that you want to get out and it aligns with our brand and we think that you're a fit, we want to have you. We want to share the space with you. Okay. Super excited about that. Okay. Yeah.
Well, you guys, it's been real. We are so grateful that you stopped by with us today.
Yeah.
Today, we talked about just getting back into the back to school hustle and flow. You guys make sure that you're managing your time, that you're organizing yourself, and implementing that self-care into your regimen every day. So not only will you be creating success in your personal life, but in your career as well. We love you. We're grateful. I thank the Most High for your talents. I thank the Most High for the life that the Most High has chosen to breathe in your lungs, your children's
Yes.
lungs, the teacher's lungs, the school bus driver's lungs,
Everybody's.
everybody's lungs. I'm grateful for your talents. I hope to see you guys next week. DHG Pro will be coming to you guys soon as well on another day during the week. Maybe Thursday, don't know.
We're going to figure it out.
Bringing you guys only education. So we're excited about that as well. You guys,
Yes.
2024 is right around the corner. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Period.
Love ya. Peace and M&M and blessings. BB, you got something to say?
Y'all stay blessed. Be dope. And I send protection and love and energy and light to all the new students around the world that are in school. We pray for your safety and a beautiful year. Go flourish. And that's it.
That's it.